All right, that's what's up. My boy John Jiggy Jones. Yee! Come on, Mezco. You hit one. You got one, Mezco. You got a heater. Mezco got a heater on deck. That's what I'm talking about. I love it when toy companies get most of these things right. It's definitely a good look. Not saying that he's perfect, but most of everything on this figure is right. Most definitely, they did a lot of things right. Glad we getting closer and closer to a comic Justice League. That is definitely wasn't my goal, but I'm glad that Mezco is doing it that way. We got a Batman, couple of comic Batman to choose from. Definitely getting a Wonder Woman coming through. Got the Flash. Believe we got Arrow from Mezco, so that's good. Got Shazam. So this John Jones is definitely a great addition to the crew. And as you can see here, they have the, I want to say it's the first appearance look of John Jones, but actually in I believe it was 1971, he had more like of an afro than actually this Caesar type haircut, low cut. His cut was a little bit out there. Trevor McGuire, what's going on, brother? What is happening? Yeah, I'm digging it, man. I'm definitely digging it. But we're gonna go over all the accessories real quick. Let's go over the accessories. So of course, let's cut the light off. You can see how great that lantern glows up. And the impressive feature with that lantern is you got to have this ring here. And it only works with this ring. As soon as you pull the ring away, right, the lantern cuts off. Put it on it, boom. Now you charging the ring. What's going on, CB? What's happening, brother? Sunday Heat, what's happening? So that is definitely the impressive feature that Mezco incorporated in this Green Lantern. But at the same time, man, I wish all the I want to be greedy here, and I wish all of the hands, or at least the right hand with the ring, came with this light up feature, like whatever metal they got going on in here. I wish they did that with all of the right hands. What Lenny say? I just came with a Green Lantern. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah, man. CM Brock 1, what's happening, player? Yeah, so this is definitely an impressive feature, a feature that's definitely a good one. It was no surprise to me because when Mezco was what was this, last year, 2018, they said that if you read the package or whatever, it did say that he would come with a light up lantern, but I didn't know how they was going to do it. I thought more so they was going to just you have a switch at the bottom and you flick it, which that would have been cool too if they would have did that, but you got to position this guy in the right way, have him touched right here, either side. He could touch either side and the lantern would light up. But yeah, still pretty cool. Noah Rupert, what's happening? Yeah, it's good things to be heard about this fig. To tell you the truth, Sunday, it's real good things to be heard about this fig. So check it out. let's go with some quick accessories real quick. Okay, other than what y'all see before you right here, his Caesar cut style. Let's get a look at these eyes, right? Let's get some more light over here. So as you can see here, he has the brown eyes. The skin tone is done real good. I mean, the paint is done well as well on that skin. Yeah, man. So digging all around. I mean, the stitching is done decent enough in the back. The patrol is in the building. Jedi Patrol. And here's a close-up look at the ring real quick. If it'll focus. Let's see. Maybe it's too close. Yeah, pretty good. And then definitely the emblem on the front of his chest. And it comes with an extra emblem. I don't know why. This thing looks like it's securely in there pretty good. It's fastened in there really tight. But Mezco did include an extra Green Lantern emblem on here. Now, what I do like about the figure is the suit. Now, if anybody has gotten the Terry McGinnis, it's the same type material that we got for the SDCC 2017, that Terry McGinnis. So it almost feels like a stretchy type of dry fit like you would have on an athletic jersey. That's what this feels like. It feels almost, dry fit. So, and I like the way they did that. I mean, I know we ain't in the articulation portion or whatever like that, but at the same time, you're not going to get a bunch of creases and whatnot like that when you're trying to pose this figure around. You're trying to get decent movement out of your figure here. So it's definitely meant to move well with the figure. I don't know what happened, y'all. Things got a little screwy right there. I don't know what's happening. But it seems like we're good to go right now. I guess. I don't know. All right, cool. I'm going to just pick up where I left off with talking about the dry fit material and the way it moves. But it's definitely a good look to have the type of material that they gave old John. What's happening? Fireman Food 1988. What's happening? Yeah, CB, it is stretchy. If you're still in the building, it is stretchy. The sculpt is great. It really is. It really is, Jedi. So this is the other head, right? Now, I don't want to really call this the first appearance head because it really ain't. If you ever seen the first appearance John, his afro was a little bit larger than what it is. This is not a first appearance John. This is just John with a full head of hair. But my favorite John, right? That's in this set is this head sculpt right here. The bald head with the goatee. Now this right here is from the Justice League Unlimited. What is that right there? Get that off there. This right here is from, I don't know if anybody ever watched the old cartoon Justice League Unlimited, but you can even see his green eyes in there. Let's see if we can get closer. Look at that. Very nice green eyes there. That is the exact head sculpt that they gave John in the Justice League Limited cartoon. So this is definitely my favorite one out of the two. My favorite overall, John Stewart, when he had the Marine Corps fade. So he had a 0 to like 1 inch fade right there on the top. When John got that fade, man, that really brings it. That really brings it home for me because John he is a Marine, right? And he's also from Detroit, Michigan. So in the Marine Corps, we had to maintain standards of having a fade, or you got to have a haircut at least once or twice every 2 weeks. Most Marines get their haircut every week, but definitely you want your head to be in regulation standards, which is 0 to 3 inches on top, meaning no more than 3 inches on top and 0 right around the sides. And you can also, rock that bald that you see John rocking right now. So for sure, let me check these comments out, man. Fireman 1988 said, "Great minds think alike. I was just out customizing the Green Lantern diecast today in the barn." Oh, that's what's up, man. Sunday Heat. Got the Batman Beyond in hand. So I see, yeah, absolutely, Sunday Heat. So if anybody has that Batman Beyond, it's the same material that came with that Batman Beyond Mezco. What's your favorite John Stewart Jedi? Yes. Paris Island, baby. Come on, man. That's where I went to boot camp at. Paris Island. I believe everybody that was basically, if they lived on the eastern seaboard, you went to Paris Island for basic training. Yes, sir. The Thor. What's happening, Thor? DIG. What's going on? All right. So yeah, for sure. So this head is basically the head that I'll probably be rocking him with. He will probably be rocking with most likely on my shelf. But let's get to these other accessories that he come with. So he does come with a construct of basically a ball or a construct of power coming out of his fist. Now, to use this type of construct, I don't know if you can see the inside. Oh my gosh. Wasn't securely on the daggone. We're having all type of troubles right now. What is going on this Wednesday? Is everybody okay? Is everybody okay? Oh man, daggone camera drop, slam on the daggone table. But anyway, so as you can see, you can't get a real like fist in here. So what you got to do is it's a hole to be pegged right there. And I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but if you see around that circuit, around that circle at the top, and if you see right here, this wrist, it comes out, right? It's like a little notch that comes out right there. It protrudes right there is his wrist gauntlet. I like to position that right there on top because it has a makeshift cutout. And then it snaps in there and it looks pretty dope. So definitely you can get into some cool little flying poses with this, or you can use it as a punch or whatever you see fit to use this for your John. It's definitely going to look good. He said, "I hit my head." What I'm sipping on, man, you know what I'm saying? Sipping on a little something, you know what I'm saying? This is a little something, man, a little something. But I don't think that was the drink, man. I think that was just my clumsiness, man. For sure. Yeah, man, I would say they are, Thor. I must agree with you. But I really do like this construct right here. This is a real good one. One of my favorites in the box. The next one we're gonna check out is this one here, and this is another construct that, basically, him shooting that power straight up on out of that ring, and whoever's on the receiving end, the business end of this, ain't gonna have a pleasant day. That's all I know, because it's coming out with straight power. You know what I'm saying? But I do like this construct. This construct is really nice as well. Showing and showcasing his power coming out of his ring. I really like that. He said gin and juice. No, I don't touch that gin, brother. I'm all for that gin. I left that gin alone in 2002, man. Pardon me. I was a little parched. Yeah. No one know what's up. It's that apple juice, baby. It's that apple juice. But let me see. Another construct, or not, I wouldn't really call it a construct. It's basically another source of power that's coming out of his ring, is this, basically giving you the effect that he just used his ring, or his ring is just overflowing with power, right? So you got that kind of like that green smoldering business going on with it. So I like this one too. This one's pretty dope. Joke is kind of smoldering on the end of it here. Let me see if I can get a close up so y'all can see that real good. Way that's coming out. It's pretty clean. Definitely digging that. This is a cool little use right there. Either he's about to get busy, or he just finished giving someone the business, and the ring is just overflowing with power. He said, got an army built that Lantern Corps, man. It ain't no better army than the Lantern Corps to me, brother. But that's just me. Okay, another accessory comes with this, basically this type of beacon type of power or energy. And that looks pretty cool too. You can have it up above his head here. Let me see if I can raise the camera up a little bit. Boom. But when you have it up like this, you can't really see what the power is doing, you know what I mean? So if I was to, display it, I probably would display it like this here to really showcase how dope. Now this is hard plastic, so you got to be careful with this, because if you hit this the wrong way, I'm quite sure this will chip off. I have one from the DC Icons, DC Collectibles, DC Icons. One came with something similar like this, and mine's for sure enough broke. My John fell off my shelf, and one of these sharp edges just, bam, just broke. So got to be super careful with putting this one on and taking it off. But this is it's a nice energy type effect here as well. Where's the Predator at? What you mean where the Predator at? The Predator is upstairs, brother. And the last energy effect that Mr. John Stewart comes with. Now all these hands come attached like this. They come already attached. Or should I call them fists? They come already attached, excuse me, to the energy effects. So you don't have to worry about really taking the hands off, putting them back in package, because as soon as you pull them out, and they can't come off of the energy effect neither. So all you're doing is plugging it on the peg, like so, And that's basically it. Now this one right here reminds me of kind of like a shield. Now if I was to display John like this, I would display this one like this, because this one kind of it reminds me of like he's casting the shield, down, like it's on its way forming down to protect him. So I would display him like this if felt like displaying him with this construct. Jay Saunders, what's up, brother? What's up? What's happening? Let me go to these comments. Let me see what y'all talking about. CM Brock one said, yeah, definitely had to have sculpt with the green eyes for that smoldering. Yeah, absolutely, for that smoldering type. See, that's what I like about this one with the green eyes. The green eyes is giving off the effect that he's like the ring has consumed him and he's full of power. You know what I mean? When your eyes turn green, you consume with power, man. So that's why this one right here is definitely my favorite head sculpt. Man, I hope to see it, Sunday Heat. I hope to see it on the gram. I'll definitely be waiting to see your pictures on the gram. No Effort Toy Reviews. What's up? True, but his power battery does light up. Yep, I went over that already, bro. I went over that already right in the beginning. So after this live is done, if you want to check it out, I cut the lights out. Matter of fact, I began the show with the ring, him touching the ring and lighting. Hold up, which one did I use? Now I didn't forgot which fist it was. Was it? Yeah, it was this one. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely a great look. I got the lights on, so you probably can't see as well. But that's definitely a good look. But as far as for constructs, that is the constructs that come with John. Now, if I'm being honest, which I always am, I'm going to give y'all my honest opinion and honest review. I would have liked, instead of some of the basic type constructs, right? I know I was expecting. Let me grab some of these. Let me see. I was expecting, and I'm going to show you guys which ones I was expecting Mezco to give us, right? So I was definitely expecting this construct because we've seen this before, right? We've seen this either with Hasbro or with I can't remember whether the DC Icons came with something like this for the Green Lanterns, but I was expecting this for sure. I definitely was expecting the lantern. That's a given. Got to have a lantern with any Green Lantern or every Green Lantern. And I was expecting this one, this type of beacon. So these I was expecting. Now, to be honest, I would have much rather had a gun construct, like a big cannon, like a big shoulder cannon that he can like rest on him or something of that nature, to replace this. This one's cool, but you know what I mean? I wanted Mezco to really think outside of the box, because that's what you got to do as a lantern. In the comics, the reason why a lot of these lanterns are chosen is because of their willpower, so on and so forth. But they know how to think outside the box. To use the ring, you got to use your mind. And to me, Mezco didn't use the greatest part of their mind when it came to some of these constructs. Now, if you really want to get nitty gritty about it, he has his partner coming out. Was it not Kyle, but Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan's going to come with the very same green constructs. I mean, the exact same ones, guys. Now that was super lazy. That's super lazy on Mezco's part to just give us the same constructs as they gave with John, and then they're going to do the same with Hal. I can't be alone on that. Let me go to the comments. Let me see what's happening. No Effort Toy Review said, I'm late in the Mezco game. Last one I got was the recent Joker. I was still a good Joker. That's still a good Joker. I mean, look, man, it's no time like the present to collect any type of figs, man. Whether you get in on the beginning of the line, the middle of the line, hey man, just as long as you get the ones you're getting. Now, what I don't like about some of these Mezcos is how high priced they get after they get released or whatever like that. Some of them just get ridiculous, so it ain't even worth backtracking and getting all of them. The Thor said a nice green LED light should cast a nice shadow in the dim light. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Appreciate that, Nightwalker. Appreciate that, Nightwalker. If y'all ain't got nothing better to do, go ahead and back out real quick and hit that like button for your brother. Uh, Lil Vibe, what's up, brother? CM Brock One said this could be recolored as well as the accessories for Sinestro. I think they might do that. Yeah, you know what? I would love for them to do a Sinestro core. Just give us two members from the Sinestro core. Just like if they give us what the how. Just go ahead and give us. Let's head to the Yellow Lantern core. That's what I'm talking about. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking, man. How you doing, little vibe? Scully, what's up, man? But for sure, let's go over his articulation real quick. Let's put this off to the side. Let's check out the articulation real quick. Let's take this off because I don't want to damage this in the midst of me going over the articulation, which his articulation is pretty decent, right? So he can look down, that much. And the collar is nice and soft, nice soft material right there. He can get chin to chest, so that's a good look. His head can go up, and that's important for a flying figure. You want that head to go up as much as possible. As you can see, the back of the mold is hidden right there at the back of the neck, so that's good. And then you do have some expression tilt, which is very nice. So you can tilt left, tilt right, all of that. That head movement is really nice. You can get any range, and it is on a ball. In case you guys didn't see how I changed it out, but his head is on that ball peg there, and it moves really good. So shoulder range of motion works super good. I mean, that's well above 90 there, so that works really nice there. And then you can rotate back, right? So you got this material here, right? So obviously you're not going to do a 360. You got this pleather type material, but it can come up, right? It does come up, but I would suggest be very careful and take it slow as you come up, right? But as you can see, it can come up. He does have double jointed elbows right there. You do get a hinge, and you do get a nice swivel there, right there at the wrist. So that's really good. And then the waist can tilt to the side this way. It can tilt that way. You can get a nice upper diaphragm joint that turns at a good rate there, both left and right. So that's really nice. So you are getting a ton of range there in that diaphragm joint. I really like that. And then also the backward movement is what I like too. The hyperextension in the back. Now, we all know that John is a flying character, so if you putting him in a flying pose, of course the head is going to be up. But when you hyperextend that back like that, put his arm this way, put the other arm down that way, the hyperextension, then you can really pull off some nice, flying type situation poses. You know what I mean? With a great hyperextension there. So definitely a great range of mobility there, and double jointed knees right there. And he does have an upper thigh swivel, as you can see right in there. That upper thigh swivel works really good there. And then as you come to the ankles, you can toe point up, toe point down a little bit. You get a more generous ankle pivot than you would, like, say, a Batman, but it's not as deep as I would want it. But at the same time, I can't complain because this is one of the best ankle pivots as far as Mezco is concerned. That Terry McGinnis did also have a nice ankle pivot, and I think it was just as deep as this. So I do believe this is one of the best ankle pivots on a Mezco figure that you're gonna probably get. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. So that's a nice generous ankle pivot in his stretchy pants. Let's take it to the comments. Let's see what's happening. Here we go. Pineapple. What's that? Pineapple Jake. Okay. Pineapple Jake says John Stewart is my second favorite lantern after Cruz. Sad she got murked. Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Matter of fact, I'm going to break out. He's talking about Jessica Cruz. He's talking about this figure here, Jessica Cruz, and little spoiler alert. But after I go over John, I will break out the rest of my Green Lantern crew and show you guys. This is from DC Multiverse. DC Multiverse, Jessica Cruz. But yeah, sad but true, brother. Sad but true. Scully 2721 production says, are Mezco figures worth the price? That Supreme Knight Batman looks hella sick, but it's pretty high in price. Now that's really a opinionated question, right? Is it worth the price? Okay, so for the accessories you get, for the figure that I just went over, for the packaging that it comes in, right? The packaging that it comes in, it also comes with, let's see, this clear base figure stand, right? And with the stand, it definitely also comes with the arm, right? So you get in all those accessories for this figure is what, 80 bucks. 80 bucks retail. I think it is worth it. I think it very much is worth it, because if you're looking inside your other figures that are 20 bucks from Hasbro, they're not coming with half the amount of stuff, half the amount of accessories, figure stands, all that material, the quality. You paying for all of that when you paying for a Mezco. So yeah, I say it's worth the price. Karen Kelly said, hell yeah. No Effort toy reviews. They're awesome. I've only just started, but yeah, I'm going to build a collection of Mezcos for sure. Yeah, I definitely am going to be, I am picky and choosy of what I buy from Mezco. I don't get everything, but definitely when it comes to DC, I try to get the things that I really love. You know what I mean? But Jay Saunders says, you're right, CM Brock spoilers, all whole bunch of spoilers, CM Brock 1. Dude Dog is in the building. What's up, brother? What's up, brother? Free Dude Dog. Hey, guys, look, Dude Dog will definitely be back on Instagram. I believe if it's not tomorrow morning, maybe the day after that. Is that right or is that wrong, dude? I do believe that your 48 hours is almost up, sir. You'll be home free to post and chat with all of the guys that miss you on the gram. Definitely, Dude Dog was missed. I was seeing a bunch of posts myself. But let's do it, y'all. Let's break out a whole bunch of other Green Lanterns. Here, let's break out the Lantern Core, shall we? Let's break out the Lantern Core. If y'all down to do that, y'all down to see some Lantern. Okay, before I break out the Lantern Core, other than obviously the Lantern that we know that's coming right after John Stewart, what is one of the other core members that you guys would love to see? I gotta hit y'all with Kilowog. I would rather have Kilowog before Hal Jordan than have actually Hal Jordan. That's where I'm at. What about you guys? What would be your core member that you would want to see, other than Hal, of course, other than Hal and John? What is the other member that you would love to see them do? Just for those that just came in, I started off the broadcast with John charging his ring. So I think it's only right here. I believe we're in the middle, coming up on the tail end of this broadcast. showing John Charger's ring, because this is one of the greatest features right here to this this John Stewart. Now, if that ain't dope and a selling point of you buying this figure, I don't know what you're gonna do. Yeah, Trevor McGuire nailed it on the head, definitely. All right, tomorrow, dude, that's what's up, man. We can all rest easy. Yeah, Curran Kelly then got it right. He says, "Brother, this is the best John Stewart figure ever made on this scale, and I have been collecting for over 44 years. I'm telling you, we collectors are living in the golden age of collecting." I have to agree with that. This is the best John Stewart, hands down, that exists on the planet Earth. Without question, without question. Fireman Food said, "I'm getting it." Oh, yes. And I don't blame you for getting it. There we go. His ring must have slid off a track. But as you can see, this is definitely a dope feature. I mean, let's get it. Let's get the rest of the crew out here with my boy John. Okay, I'm quite sure some of you may have seen it in the thumbnail, but we have none other than Kyle Rayner on deck, folks. I mean, look at that jacket. That jacket that Kyle has is just, man. If Mezco gave us a Kyle Rayner with a jacket, I'm passing out on site. But not before Kilowog. I need the Kilowog most of all. How about the good guy that went bad? None other than Sinestro. Ew! They give us Sinestro. Can't go wrong with this one either. Can't go wrong with this one either. Come on now. Come on now. Is anybody in the building? I'm sorry. Guy Gardner. I'm sorry. Not God. I'm looking at Kyle. I don't know which Kyle to show you guys. This is Guy Gardner. I appreciate, who was that corrected me? Hi McNoon. Yes, Hi McNoon. I appreciate that. I don't know which Kyle I like the best. Do I like this Kyle from DC Multiverse? This is Kyle Rayner, by the way. Do I like this Kyle or do I like this Kyle? Now this is DC Direct right here. This is DC Multiverse. Decisions. I think I like the sculpt and the look of this. Not to say that this is a bad looking Kyle. This is basically the new Kyle that we're seeing now. This is how Kyle was before. So, or uniform wise, anyway. I think I'm gonna go with this Kyle for what we got going on right now. I don't have the Blue Lantern Kyle. I don't have any Blue Lanterns. I got green, and I'm starting on my yellow. You know what I mean? I was trying to complete the green, but I don't think I'm going to complete the green. I don't think that's going to happen. I think I'm gonna just be happy about where my green is at and just go full pedal to metal to my yellow. Figure Kong says Mezco should do a Green Lantern Corps series since we got. I mean, it would be a good look if they did, man. It would be a good look, but it's going to take Mezco a long time to really get a true set of the core out. You know what I mean? It's going to take them a very, very long time. This is also a DC Direct right here. Also a DC Direct. And then we also have a lot of my green is coming from DC Direct. I mean, as you can see, the articulation is just straight up trash. I mean, there is no swivel in the waist. I mean, you can turn the head and such. I mean, it's single jointed elbows in here. I mean, you can get the shoulders out about like this with directs, but like I said, no waist articulation or anything like that. You got single jointed knees. This gun is removable. This is, in fact, a Desert Eagle right here. So Simon Baz is not playing any games when it comes to his firepower. Even though he can construct, the man still has a Desert Eagle. So that should tell you we need to get with his gun laws. uh, Uh-oh, A. Reyes said, John Stewart better than Hal Jordan. Is anybody going to agree with A. Reyes as John Stewart being better than Hal Jordan? Will you agree or disagree? As I continue to pull out, okay, this is Kyle right here, DC Direct. I mean, Hal Jordan. This is who Reyes says is better than John Stewart. Let's put old Hal. Hal can rest easy in the back there. That's Hal right there. Hal Jordan. We do have Jessica Cruz down in front. Jessica Cruz. Very interesting character, Jessica Cruz. It is a shame that what has happened to her in the recent comics here. I mean, it does bite, but it's comics. She'll be back. That's what I say. B. Rivera said John Stewart all day. CM Brock one said, forget Hal Jordan, just give us a parallax. Hey, man, you know they got to come with the Golden Boy Hal. You know they're gonna come with the Golden Boy Hal, man. Now this is another one of my John Stewarts, also from DC Direct. But he has a little bit more articulation than the other DC Directs behind him. I do like his stature here in this DC Direct. Love the green eyes. Like I said, the fade John Stewart. This is not. You can't even really consider this a fade. This is basically like a crew cut, right? Bold type military cut. But this style of John Stewart is my favorite. When he has the fade, that is my favorite right there. The bald, definitely second favorite from the Justice League Unlimited. But this one here, he goes hard. He goes hard. So definitely put him off to the side in the back there. Let me see what everybody talking about here. Let me see. Yellow Lantern Howl, no effort toy review said. Hi McNoon, you got me wanting to start collecting DC figs, bro. Gotta get the Revotech Harley Quinn when it comes out. I'm gonna pass on the Revotech, man. Not to say that's a bad figure, Hi McNoon, but I'm just not into the stylized situation that Revotech does. I mean, I think they're great figures. They obviously articulate well, and they definitely know how to make pretty good figures, but I just can't get everything. So Revotech, I basically just pass on everything Revotech. That way I don't get into deep doo-doo. No effort toy reviews yelled out anti-monitor 225. Bald John rules, Kelly says. All depends on how that ring is used and the mind power collaborates with it, Figure Kong says. I gotta agree. But I think we can all agree when it comes to willpower. Now, willpower in itself, Cal has one of the best and strongest willpowers of this whole crew that's up here right now. I mean, if you read any of the past comics, Hal really does. Not downgrading anybody here. These are all powerful teammates that he has in their own right. But I gotta say, Hal, when it comes to the mind, he gets it in. He definitely gets it in. Plus John being a Marine, I do love John. You know, heart attack. You know, my man is a Marine. I do love that about it. But last, and certainly not least, we got Deadpool pulling up the rear with the gear. Representing DC and slight bit of Marvel. Deadpool in the middle of the gang. Gang, 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 gang. But that is actually not an official Green Lantern, as most of you guys know. That is a custom Green Lantern, that Deadpool Green Lantern. So, but it is one of the only customs that I have in my collection. His other sword is in that box that I just pulled him out. I was just brought him from downstairs. Yeah, Deadpool, he wanted a piece of the action, Kelly. You know what I'm saying? He said, my willpower's strong too, Jack. Don't forget about my willpower, Jack. I'm in here. Deadpool's in here. Deadpool's everywhere. You guys will see up in that toy room. I think I got Deadpool just about on every shelf because he wants to be in everything. That's just Deadpool. I'm just saying, like CM Brock once said, I'm just saying. But let's see how this Green Lantern John Stewart scales with some Justice League members. We done got his crew out, and you guys have seen, how he looks with his crew. Let's see what he looks like with the League. You know what I mean? Let's see what he looks like with the League. All right, so since he is the man of the hour, let's go with a Batman, with a Mezco Batman here. Mezco Batman right here on deck. Not bad. I am so looking forward to getting my wired cape that I have coming in the mail from one of my good guys that does the awesome wired cape situations in the business, in the fig game. He's going to wire me a cape out, and oh man, come on with you. And I will actually be doing that review live as well, because you have to remove this cape off the Batman, and I do believe you got to pop some stitching up under there. But I'll do that live and show you how to install a wire cape when it comes in from my good guy Harker Customs. But that is the PX. Who was talking about that PX earlier? I forget, somebody was talking about that, but this is the PX Batman. So this is also a great figure by Mezco, this Batman. Most likely and probably is my favorite Batman from Mezco. Basically in his Mezco style Hush get up. This Batman is basically, from the colors of the Keaton. I think I've showed this Batman off enough, but when I'm speaking of wired cape, I'm speaking of a cape that is just like this one here, full wired all the way through, just like this one here is, and that's the type of cape that is going to happen to this one here. But yeah, I do like this one, but man, so hard to choose between Onyx and this one, but I gotta go with the Hush Batman. I gotta go with that one. Let's see. Let's go to the comments here. Let's see what's happening. CM Brock once said, I highly doubt Deadpool would get a ring. Yeah, he probably won't, man. He probably won't. Maximum green effort, that's right. DC Collectibles. Chris Barcode said DC Collectibles Batman versus TMNT figs are sick. Definitely enjoying them. Oh yeah, absolutely they are. Who said that CM Brock Wonder Woman come out with that Aquaman will be on? Oh yeah. The comic book accurate Wonder Woman that Mezco got coming up looks like she's gonna be pretty decent, man. Speaking of Wonder Woman, this is the Wonder Woman from the DC Icons. Yeah, DC Icons, DC Collectibles, DC Icons line. That's where this Wonder Woman is coming from. And height-wise, scaled next to John. Um, Not bad, not bad. I mean, she is Amazonian, so but she, John and the way Mezco designs their figures, they're a little bit more beefier. Obviously, Wonder Woman is not beefy like, some of these guys, but she is, I believe, 5'11". I believe that's her comic book height. And I do believe John is 6 foot. So this is a pretty good scale representation. Batman's comic book height, I believe, is 6'2". Yeah, 6'2". So that's pretty decent scale that we're looking at right there. Missing Martian Manhunter and Hawkman and Hawkgirl. You better preach, CM Brock 1. We need those from Mezco. We need those from Mezco. I appreciate it, Southtown Paint Apps. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, that Mezco Robin, man. We need one of those bad. As many Batmans as they gave us, we need one of those bad. But I don't have the Mezco Arrow fig, but I do have the and his quiver is in his back. It falls out pretty easily if you put it in between his fingers there. So when I have him on shelf, I really don't have his quiver in his hand. But this is the DC Collectibles, DC Icons line, Green Arrow. So we do got him on deck there. And like I said, the musculature on Green Arrow compared to John and the rest of, your Mezco figs, definitely going to be, a thicker type of build on your figs there from Mezco. Now, right here, we'll put this guy in the back. This guy is Mr. Miracle. Now, if they was to make this Mezco style, Mr. Miracle, this would be crazy because this paint that DC Icons delivered on this Mr. Miracle is just absolutely marvelous. This is a marvelous paint job they gave him. I mean, I don't think it's coming off on camera how great it is, but trust me, it is great. Seeing Brock once, man, I don't even want to see those icons. I'm mad to cancel those so much potential. I mean, my only gripe with icons was the upper torso articulation. Like, you ain't getting much articulation from the upper torso. Like, that's all you get in there. That's what my gripe was for it. Now, as far as it being 6 inches, the DC Icons, and the head tilt, that you can't lift the head up or down. That ain't right. You know what I mean? Especially for your flying figures or powerful figures like, say, Mr. Miracle. So he's always looking in this like down look, because you can't tilt his head up. DC Icons, they had their problems, but where they excelled was accessories and sculpt. Articulation was not the best. The ankle pivot was of Marvel Legends quality, as you can see here, but they still left a great deal to be desired as far as articulation. But I did collect a whole line, so I was pretty pleased with the sculpt. Even though I am an articulation junkie, the sculpt and the characters really, really got me. So I did collect the line. And he might tilt. Let's put him way in the back there. Yeah, he is. Mr. Miracle acting crazy. Can't even see him. He's so far in the back. But he back there. Indeed it did. Let's see. Who knows this guy's name? Let's see. Where the DC boy is at. We should know his name. He is on the CW. Obviously, he's cast as a African American on the CW show, but in the comics, he is Caucasian. Anybody know this name? Who's gonna be the first one to say this guy's name right here? Where the DC fans at? Where the DC fans at? We'll put him right here till we can see somebody that knows his name. There we go. There go. There go the DC crew right there. Figured Kong, Dolph Clueless. Yes, sir. Firestorm is his name. Let's drink to that. Very nice looking fig by DC Icon. Firestorm. Very underrated league member. I believe he's more so B team in the league. But very powerful and underrated. I mean, we are not going to continue to pull out all these characters without pulling out the man, the one who brings the muscle, the one who packs the punch. Soups. Soups. Again, this is DC Icons that do not have the Mezco. Superman, the prices for that Mezco Superman is astronomical, and I will never own them at that price. Plus, I don't even like that Soups. So I'm being honest. That Soups is like really stocky, really short. I don't like the fit on the way Mezco did his fit with his suit. I don't like it per se. So yeah, I remember when he came out. Look at this suit. This suit's bugging. I remember when that Mezco suits came out. I looked at him and I said, "Nah, I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait." But scaled up to John, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. Now you got Soups in between two Mezcos there. Now this height scale is off. I'll be the first one to tell you, because Superman's comic book height is 6'4", Batman's 6'2", and I believe John is 6 foot. This is by Icons, so this height is definitely off. But hey, maybe you can, or maybe I can situate some things in shots and whatnot like that. But let's check this one out. What's it? Mrs. Life says, "Hey, Brock, what's going on, man? Tell Mrs. Life I said, how's it going? Tell her I said, how's it going? How about this one? If I show you guys this, do you guys know what figure this is? If I just show you guys this portion of this figure, I believe if you're a DC fan, you definitely gonna know who this figure is. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah, Brock got it right. Brock came in first, followed by Chris Barcode, 2682 Shark, CM Brock 1. Yeah, for sure. Dark Side. If I really back him up, that is Dark Side right there. Scale is just enormous compared to the rest. The rest of the other DC Icons and even Mezcos, ain't no one really comparing to this style type Dark Side right there. Let's put this brother way in the back right there. We already know, like, when I take shots, that's what's happening. They fighting that guy. Trophy Daddy says yes, and Brock says that's what she said. Mezco Teen Titans would be dope. That would be dope. That would be dope. Will they give us that? That is the question, though. Will they give us that? Let's see. I think I forgot my flash upstairs, y'all. I definitely forgot my flash upstairs. So as far as height and scale comparison with that, yeah. The lead, here's another John, though. Here's another John that I have. And this is also DC Icons John. And he came with a pretty good amount of accessories, which all of them is upstairs. But as you can see, we got this John, which does have the drop down. I forgot that DC Icons did have the drop down feature, like some of your SH Fig Arts. But we got this John, right? And who was I talking to when I was saying that this Mezco John is the best John on the planet, which it is. The competition that it has is not that stiff. But the competition that he has is this John right here. right? So DC Direct John, DC Icons John. Yeah, I thought I had another John. Maybe another John is upstairs. I'm not sure. Probably so. I think my other John is upstairs. But there is no competition, right? This Mezco is blowing both of these two completely out of the hemisphere. And not to mention the articulation. I mean, no waist articulation. You don't even stand a chance at being top 5. I mean, maybe sculpt. If we're talking about sculpt, then yeah, sculpt and paint, absolutely. That's great. Love the shininess in the green. That's definitely dope. Articulation wise, no. And articulation wise, this one gets a big no as well. The waist or the upper diaphragm joint moves a little bit, as you can see, but not as great as this one. And you know, he can get 90. This one, it gets above 90 when it comes to raising his shoulders above. Of course, double jointed elbows, but the muscle bicep is prohibiting him from getting full range and full use of that double bicep. But no need to go over the articulation really with this guy, to be honest with you, because it's no way that this John can compete on any scale whatsoever with the type of level that this John is given. But for what we had from DC Icons, it was decent, not glorious. This one definitely is glorious. Last league member that I'm going to pull out. Let me go to the comments. I believe, let me see, where was I? Cerrone Games is in the building. What's up? Anybody pre-order that Storm Collectibles Bane today? You know I did. You know I did. Looks like Shaq next to Cat Williams, Trophy Daddy 515. Yeah, man. A Mezco Beast Boy will be nice, absolutely. But I need Mezco to step up. If you're gonna do a Mezco Beast Boy, you better really deliver, right? Okay, this is the last league member I'm gonna pull out. Is this DC Icons Aquaman, whose hip joints are extremely loose. This man is fainting on me. But yeah, his hip joints are extremely loose, especially his right hip joint, guys. And he's really tiny. Okay, I think we need to talk about. Oh, I did knock Wonder Woman over. That's how you know the show is closing off. It's closing down now. Figures is falling over. I'm knocking them over. So on and so forth. But who is ordering that Mezco Aquaman? I just want to see from the chat who's getting busy with that Mezco Aquaman. Let's see, where's How? Of course, How. All right, let me see who's ordering. NECA Green Lantern coming through. Yeah, NECA is coming through with a head sculpt of John and Hal, so that's going to be pretty dope. And you know, they're going to have the Predator as the Sinestro Corp, so that looks pretty dope. Figure Mezco Zatanna will be absolutely, man. Absolutely, Mezco Zatanna. Man, they can keep going, man. They can keep going with the league, man. As far as, you know, Mezco is concerned, they can keep going with giving us league members All of the league members in Mezco form, I think, would be pretty cool. But I'm gonna be honest, that Mezco that's coming out, that Mezco Aquaman, looks like trash. Now that's what I think. You know, you want the real, you want my honest opinion. That Mezco Aquaman looks like straight garbage. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. And the situation that I'm in is, you know, obviously you want to build your league, especially if you got a pretty good supporting cast through Mezco. So you want to build your Mezco Justice League. But when the figures come out that you don't like, you stuck with a decision: do I get it or do I not get it? Now I only collect what I love, and I only love what I collect. So since I do not love that Aquaman, I think I definitely will be passing on him. Not saying that anyone that does get him, I mean, hey man, you're gonna love what you love, but I'm definitely gonna love what I love, and I don't love that figure. So I can't be spending $80 on something that I really ain't, you know, totally feeling. Wrong Game says I almost pulled the trigger on those DC collectibles, Batman versus TMZ, but the articulation is man. Exactly, bro. Exactly. That's exactly why I didn't get them. Now that doesn't mean I'm not a fan or you're not a fan of the movie that they produced. I think the movie was great, right? I think the movie was great, but the figures in itself, the articulation is lackluster and it leaves a lot to be desired. Just the pure fact that I'm a DC fan doesn't mean I have to get every DC figure they spew my way and just grab it up. No, I gotta really like it for me to want to get it. So I'm with you on that one, man. I'm with you on that one. It's DC collectibles. Their articulation's always been trash. Yeah, yeah. To be honest, they do leave things to be desired, man. If we keeping it all the way a buck, if we keeping it a buck, CM Brock one, they do leave DC collectibles do leave articulation to be desired from their figs, man. Mezco, Penguin, and Riddler are my Chris Marco will just go spend the rest of his time coming up with Mezco character representations. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know what? We need more DC villains from Mezco. That's what we need, and we need more Bat Family characters from Mezco as well. If you're going to tap into that DC universe, Mezco, that's what I say. Night, gents. Later, Pastor. Have a good one, my dude. Yes, have a good one, Jay Saunders, and definitely to the rest of the chat. I need the rest of the chat to have a good one. I appreciate everybody coming through and joining your boy, joining me discussing the Mezco John Stewart. It's a great figure. $85. I'll say it's worth the purchase. Get it if you like DC, if you like John Stewart, you're gonna like this fig. That's the way it is. If you like, let's also add, if you like the Mezco style of representation of your DC figs, because a lot of folks don't like the style of Mezco. They like their figs to be all plastic. Tell you the truth, it took me a while to come around to the cloth on your figs type, but I came around. At first, I was all plastic, but I came around, and I do like the Mezco style on some figs, not every single fig. Let's see what's CM. About the Wonder Woman multiverse X bad version because he can stand better than DC Collectibles version. Yeah, for sure, for sure. What is it? This one you talking about? No, you said the Wonder Woman. He said I brought the Wonder Woman multiverse Lex Bath. Yeah, this is the Lex Bath. Yeah, yeah. Because you know what, the ankles on that DC Icons Wonder Woman are tiny. Well, not the ankles, but the feet. The feet are tiny. We start with the 20 Punishers, 80 Wolverines, 40 Deadpools, and let's not forget the 60 Batmans. But those numbers are just about correct right there. 20 Punishers, 80 Wolverines, and 40 Deadpools. You know what? They slowed down on Deadpool, so we got to give them some slack. CM Brockman, we got to give them some slack. John Stewart got me hyped for Landers. Jessica Cruz as well. Yeah, absolutely, Rez. Ain't nothing like it, brother. Ain't nothing like it. I wonder if McFarlane will revolutionize the DC game. Life where Brock said, I wonder if McFarlane would revolutionize the DC game. We will see. Here's how. Here's how they can knock every fig out of the ballpark. Go with the look before the new 52. Not everybody loves the new 52. Not even me. The new 52 was ugh. If you're going to go DC, either go Rebirth. I like the look of Rebirth. The new stuff they got producing, I like it. It looks good. But either go with Rebirth or go with that run right before the new 52. You must have deep ankle pivot. You must have awesome diaphragm joint. Your head and neck, it must be able to look up and down, especially for the flying characters. You gotta have that. The rotation, definitely, it should be on a ball joint. The shoulders should get at least 90. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. He needs to have all of that. What we do know that McFarlane will deliver is sculpt. His sculpt work will be bar none, probably the best that we've seen come from DC, from the DC era. It will be the best. I can hang my hat on his sculpt work. But his articulation also leaves a lot to be desired. If his articulation ain't, if McFarlane comes out with this type of articulation or this type of articulation, you might as well not even start. He's going to be doomed before he start, because we're in 2019, guys. These figs should move like we can move, right? The Mezcos, they move pretty good, pretty decent, right? A lot of these figs need to be like what? Mayfex. Mayfex movement is dope. SH Figure Arts, pretty dope, depending on what line you're collecting. Move kind of like humanoid figures, you know what I'm saying? But McFarlane, if he can knock those out the park, ab crunch, torso swivel, like Figure Kong said, and boom, I believe that he will revolutionize, like Brock said. I believe he will do it. See, Brock said, say it again for the people in the back. Bring us the articulation, McFarlane. If you don't bring us articulation, don't even start. Don't even let them ponies out the gate. Don't do it. I won't get you. I will not buy them, dude. I will watch. I will just be like, you almost had me. You almost had me. I can't be spending money on figures that I just don't love. That's just not going to happen. Stephen Daniel said, articulation is rumored to be the same as Fortnite figures. I tell you what, Fortnite, I stopped buying those. So if it is, I'm going to be a watcher. I don't like the cut, right? Okay, if we're talking about Fortnite figures, and I don't have no Fortnite figures down here with me, but the cut for Fortnite figures, right? This cut that they have, it needs to be this type of cut. It needs to be ball, right? The cut that they have on Fortnite, right? Let's flip the camera around real quick. And if I had a Fortnite figure down here, I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. But the cut on the Fortnite figures, when you lift that leg up to the side like this, right? You see the sweeping motion that he's able to create, and it's no paint rub whatsoever. Fortnite figures, you will have paint rub, and the cut is unattractive right here by the hip. I don't like those figures because of that. And it looks like Fortnite figures have butterfly joints, but they don't. They're there for looks. So for that in itself, I am not, I stopped, I should say, I stopped collecting Fortnite figures because of that issue there. Like I said, I collect what I love, and I love what I collect. And if I don't love you, I must stop collecting you. So if McFarlane, if you are right, sir, if you're right, then I will not be partaking in that Fortnite stuff or that DC, McFarlane DC, what I'm trying to say. But that's it for me, guys. Let me get out of here. I'm glad everybody joined in, had a good time. At least I hope you had a good time on this live broadcast. It was pretty fun breaking out these figs, showing you guys, John Stewart, Green Lantern, so on and so forth. I hope everybody has a blessed night, and catch you later. Collect what you love what you collect. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your hunts. And if you're patient enough, even an egg can and will grow legs. It's your boy, Plastic Addict. And I will be out of here. And I'll see you next time on the next live review, which I don't know what I am going to be getting in next. But whatever it is, I hope it hits it out the park like this Mezco Green Lantern. That's what I hope it does. For sure, because they knocked this one straight up out the ballpark. But I'll see you guys later. And I'm trying to get him his ring positioned right in the right sweet spot where, there you go. All right, folks, we are out of here. Have a good one. Plastic Addict out.